My dear friend, you are most welcome on my channel, that is Kafir International Organization. Today we are seeing that after the killing of Nasrullah, the chief of the general secretary of the Hezbollah, the terrorist organization, the woman of the Lebanese announcer on the TV channel is sobbing and weeping. You see how these Islamic witch and wizard are sobbing and weeping with the flood of the tears. What what was when they are killing the Jews? So we can say that the Islam is a totally a misguided missile who are killing the non-Muslims in the name of the Islam, because the inception of Islam, the base of the Islam or the root cause of Islam is only the killing of the non-Muslims and propagating the war against the non-Muslims. Even in many hadiths of the Islamic terrorism, it has been described that even the trees, even the stone will cry that here is a Yahudi and kill the Jews, kill the Jews. So these Islamic monasteries and monasteries, devil monasteries are weeping whenever this Islamic monastery was killed by the IDF, Israeli Defense Force. My brethren, my non-Muslim brethren, my ex-Muslim brethren, my atheist, my humanitarian brethren, this is time to fight against this Islamic atrocity and the Islamic gonism. We cannot stop this war, which is being done by IDF, Israel Defense Force. Israel Defense Force war against the Islamic ideology or the Islamic Gunism or hooliganism. Everywhere in the world, these all the Islamic monasteries are creating nuisance and havoc. Even the some secular leader of India, which are Hindus or the non-Muslims, are also crying or weeping with tearing the tears of the flood. Their eyes with flood of the tears, as the Mehbooba Mufti is weeping and crying just like a Islamic bitch. I would like to say she is Islamic bitch, although bitch is better than these Islamic monasteries, because bitch cannot harm to anybody else until you will touch her children's or her puppies, she will not bite you. But this Islamic terrorism, the Islamic bitches, that is a Mehbooba Mufti, even the Antonio Moina, the Sonia Gandhi is also a bitch who was weeping with the flood of the tears in the encounter which was concluded by the Delhi police in the southern eastern Delhi. I would like to say that these Islamic witch and wizards, the Islamic monasteries, are weeping because this Islam cannot bear the non-Muslim at any cost. So, whenever every Muslim having oath to kill the even a single Jews throughout the world, then it is our duty to protect our Jews brethren throughout the world. Because this fight not only for the Jews, or this fight not for against the Jews, this fight by these Islamic monasteries against every non-Muslim who is living on this earth. This is our duty. We, the Kafir International Organization members, we should protect our rights and our lives of the non-Muslim at any cost. This is the principle of the Gita, Bhagavad Gita, that you cannot sleep with a mad dog. If your enemy is doing the nuisance and the killing of your side, this is our duty to protect our side and kill these Islamic monsters. This war, which is concluding, not the concluding, but which is continued by the Israel Defense Force, is the war against the Islamic monsters, against the unsocial elements, against the terrorists. There is no need to describe that the Islamic terrorism, because Islam itself is synonymous of the terrorism. There is no distinction between the Islam and the terrorism, because when I read the book that is known as the Quran, I have written the 10 books on this Quran. This is Lament of Sinjar by Vijay Kumar Pal. I found that the Quran is a total the criminology and total hate speech against the non-Muslims. If we will disclose the Quranic ideology, there must not be hate speech, and we will do it at most, because it is our duty to disclose or the Gunism or hooliganism of Islam. We must fight against this ideology, Islamic ideology, and my appeal to all the Muslims, please first read the Quran and know what was the character of your Prophet Muhammad. He was a demoralized person, he was a killer, he was a robber, he was a rapist, he was pedophile. Such type of person you are following, known as the Prophet Muhammad bin Abdullah, is not just like a prophet. He is a goon. He is most dangerous than to Hitler, because the ideology Islam which was created or which was sponsored by so-called Prophet Muhammad is so dangerous to the society that even in the night we cannot sleep if your neighbor is Muslim, and the Muslim, if he is following the path of so-called Prophet Muhammad, he cannot be a prophet. This is your prophet, not mine, and not the non-Muslims, because he was killer to us, he was vagabond to us, he is vagabond to us, he is rapist to us, because this ideology which was propagated by Prophet Muhammad committed so many rapes of Hindus women. Primarily, he raped with the Jewish woman, and after that the Christian woman, and after that the Hindus woman. This is why in India the Hindu women have compelled to self-immolation or self-suicide in sinking the water, or the self-immolation that is known as Johar. And this is my book which reflect the Johar, the blunder of blasphemy, also the book which disclose all the atrocity of the Islam against the non-Muslim throughout the world. The Islam is not an ideology, but is the totally gunism and dictatorship, or in the rough word, or in the slang language, we can say the full to full gundagardi against the human value, against the non-Muslims, against the Kafirs. We should condemn the Islam, not condemn the Israel, because Israel is fighting for our better future, for the best future, the next coming years, when our next coming generation or the future generation will in this world, they will in the good atmosphere, they will live in the peaceful atmosphere. Because if the suppose Islam is overwhelming majority on the non-Muslims, certainly the non-Muslim women will be raped by these Islamic monsters. As you have seen, the Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi raped so many Yazidi women on the basis of that they are not following the Islam. And this Islam allows the rapes with the non-Muslim women. And some kind of rape is known as the terrorist rape, in which many crowd of the Muslim encircled a woman inside the circle, and some Muslim, the first Muslim who will touch the woman, he will rape that woman if the woman is non-Muslim. And this will be continue until 400 or 500 Muslim are there. They will rape, continue one by one. This is known as the terrorist rape. So this is our duty to fight with the Israel, fight with Israel against against the Muslims or the Islamic monasteries. These are monasteries, the Islamic monasteries and monasteries. As Mehbooba Mufti, she was weeping. She has tear, flood of waters. There is no plenty of water in Satluj. In comparison, the Mufti's water, his eyes not weeping but watering, flood of tears from the Mehbooba Mufti. This is a good sign. If any Muslim who is following the ideology of Prophet Muhammad, if he is weeping, then the, the result is that we are going progress towards the humanity, social values. If a Muslim laugh against the non-Muslim or after killing the Muslims, non-Muslims, means this universe is going back to worse, and the atmosphere of this universe or this earth is going back to worse, and next coming generation of the non-Muslim will be in heavy danger. So this is our duty, fight against this Islamic ideology, which is itself terrorism. There is no need to distinguish between the Islamic terrorism or terrorism. There is no hard Islam, there is no swift Islam or the soft Islam. Islam is the only one which is very, very against the social values or the non-Muslims, which known as kafirs in the Islamic jurisprudence. So this is our duty. We support Israel, and I am very happy after killing of the Nasrullah of the Hezbollah, because this Islam is a threat not only to the Jews, but after that the Christians, after that the Hindus, Sikh, Jain, Buddhist, everywhere, which with those are non-Muslim, they are in danger if this Islam will be strong in future. This is our duty to weaken this ideology at most by the war, by the power, or by the financial. We can weak the financial power of these Islamic monasteries. There is no need to do brotherhood with the Muslims, because we respect the Prophet Muhammad and the Quran. And Quran stated that there may be no friendship or brotherhood with non-Muslims. So this is our duty, the all non-Muslims, especially in India, that Hindu must avoid the friendship with the Muslims to respect the Prophet Muhammad's voice, which stated that there is no link between the relationship or the brotherhood or the friendship between the Hindus and Muslims, because Hindus are kafirs or the non-Muslims. So this is our duty to respect the Prophet Muhammad, and we have no need to friendship with any Muslim. Thank you very much. See you.